Hey, this is Prometheus giving you another formation breakdown. This is out of the Tennessee Titans playbook. I'm going to be breaking down an under center formation and a gun formation. My first formation is going to be the strong pro, and let's go ahead and take a look at the audibles. All right, so the audibles in this formation is the 494 F flat. You've got the halfback blast, you've got the F angle, which is a fullback angle route, and then you have a play action scissors route. What I'm going to go ahead and I want to focus on the base play. And in the base play, I'm either going to be coming out into these auto motions right here, the Z spot, as you can see in my channel, I really love Z spot play, or the halfback toss crack. As far as a complement play, I would not want to do the Z close counter weak, primarily because that's giving a read to my opponent, because the flanker receiver is actually inside. So I'd actually rather come out of the power out. So let's go ahead and break down the running game. All right, so the base play that I'm going to pick is going to be Power O, and basically it's designed with a pulling guard to be able to go ahead and give you some tough yards off to the right-hand side. If my opponent really starts shifting his players off to the left, or what I can do is I can go ahead and do this Power O, and it's going to basically give me some additional blocking off the left-hand side. This is just a nice base play because the audible that I have is going to be the halfback blast, which is basically an off tackle, and really it's going to be able to look for inside runs, outside runs. So if you have that Power O, you can basically flip it. And you can do pretty much the same thing. It kind of works like an inside run with the blast. So let's take a look at one of the base plays I could pick with an auto motion. All right, so this is the halfback crack toss, and basically it's going to get you a little bit further outside. So if your opponent starts really stacking the gaps with his defenders, you can use this toss crack to really get outside against your opponent. A better running back, faster running back will be more efficient. The reason why this is a good play is that it's got a good complement Z spot play that you can use against your opponent. So that's why I want to go ahead and to basically show this to my opponent. First and foremost, make him defend against the outside. Secondly, it allows me to go ahead and use a Z spot as another base play to really force my opponent to make different types of adjustments. So let's go into that base play before going to the audibles. All right, so if you've been you're a subscriber of my channel, you obviously seen me breaking down this play before. If you're new to my channel and you're not using a Z spot or a spot route in your playbook, you need to do it because these reads are so easy. This is where you'd actually use that cross route as a complement. It just falls into a nice little area that it's difficult for your opponent to defend against. And it's really easy reads as far as where those players go. And then if they go into man coverage or some kind of cover two, you can hit that corner out with the tight end for big yards. So this is just a nice little scheme that you can use to really cause some problems with your opponent. So put the Z spot or put the spot routes into your scheme. You're really going to appreciate it. All right, so the first pass audible is the 494 F flat. I like to make basically a few adjustments on this particular play. First and foremost, I want to go ahead and take my wide receiver on the left-hand side of the screen and put him on a slant route. Then I'm going to go ahead and take my running back and put him on a fly route. And I'll take my fullback and put him on a block and release. This is going to be focusing primarily on the left side of the field. And the running back and the tight end actually get into some unique areas of the seams and actually will open up zone coverage. But my reads are going to be following from the left to the right. I'm going to watch Washington and see if the defender actually comes down and chases him. Off coverage, if it's man coverage, Washington is going to get a free release, and unless there's some kind of a robber over the center of the field, he should be able to pick up a good 7 or 8 yards. Then I've got Sankey, which is the running back, is going to be coming out, and that's kind of a slow pattern, but he should get free any kind of zone because it's going to be cleared out by Washington. And then I've got Walker going up through the seam, so any kind of a cover two without a deep coverage with the linebacker should be open for a huge gain of like 20 or 30 yards. And I've got a fullback going in the flat. So really right here, it's going to be an easy way to attack your opponent with that drag route or with that crossing route, that slant route. Now in man coverage, it's probably a little bit different coverage right here. So we're going to go ahead and see if we get a check. And you can actually go ahead and in cover 2, hit the running back in the voided area against the cover. And in the seam, you've got the tight end. You actually pick up some pretty good yards if the defenders are out of the area. So this is a nice little play to actually go ahead and incorporate. And you're going to be attacking basically the left side of the field and provide yourself just, nice little area to be able to attack that left side of the field, because the next couple of plays will be focusing on the right side. All right, so the next audible is going to be the fullback angle, or F angle, and basically you've got the angle route with the fullback. I put in a better receiving option than Battle, as in Stevens. Just got a little bit better catch. Great thing about this play is that you basically have man beaters, and obviously that angle route is going to be a huge zone beater and man beater, but you have different depths with the man beater. So really my read is going to be the fullback immediately. He's going to be able to pick up easy yards and get right into the seam. And if it is man coverage, you can hit this outside receiver right there and pick up some really good yards, a good 15 yards. And if your opponent starts taking care of the seams, you've got this out route by the tight end that's actually going to go abuse man coverage and like seam coverage. So, anybody that's actually used any kind of a running back angle route understands how effective this could be. So it's a good thing to sprinkle into your scheme. And then the next play I want to show
Final play is play action
scissors. This is a great play. It's going to basically focus on the right side of the field or the left side of the field, basically if you flip it or not. And really what I'm going to focus on is the flat, then the corner route, and then I'll be looking for the dig coming up from the bottom. The flat is open. I'm going to go ahead and take it, be able to pick up an easy 5 or 6 yards for that. In man coverage and sometimes zone coverage, you'll be able to hit that corner out and pick up a good 15, almost 20 yards with the corner. And on the left side of the field, if your opponent doesn't put any kind of coverage over there, you got you that dig route, you can pick up some pretty monster yards with that, and it keeps your opponent honest to be able to defend the left side of the field and opposed to the right. So this is just a quick little scheme. This actually is going to be a scheme I'll be running in my full game Friday. It's fairly simple. A lot of these passing concepts, a lot of the concepts are very repetitive throughout all the playbooks, but you can essentially go into any kind of playbook and build an effective scheme if you understand your reads, you understand how routes complement each other. So I just wanted to show you this. It basically took me roughly about 15 or 20 minutes to take a look at the scheme and build it out and explain my reads. Once again, for all my subscribers, I really appreciate your support. If you're new to my channel and you want to see a full game Friday where I'm going to basically show this scheme live in action with a live ranked opponent, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. You're going to go ahead and see me my adjustments, how I essentially made my adjustments, how my opponents reacted to the scheme, and it's going to give you a better understanding of how effective the scheme is. Once again, I really appreciate your support. Until next time.